guys, welcome to the video. We're going to do a little getaway this week. We're going away for about a week. We're going up to the Riverland. We're going to have Ollie's birthday up there. Ollie's turning 9 the end of this week, and we're going to spend the week up in the Riverland. We've got about 5 nights booked in at the Renmark Big 4, which is a beautiful, beautiful place. We've been to a couple of times now. No doubt we're going to enjoy it like every other time. The first 2 nights we're going to spend free camping. We haven't actually planned exactly where we're going to stay yet, but we've got a few places in mind, and we're going to try and see how we go getting a spot. Been a little bit wet last week, but we're going to be getting some nice weather coming up, so we're looking forward to it. Get some space down there, but we're going to go down and have a look anyway. Fingers crossed. Our next one, Holder Bend, was a little bit busy. There's a fair few people down there, and it was a little bit windy as well. We're down at a campsite called Lowbank. We're just going to have a little look around here and see what we can find, see if there's any sights down here. Looks a little bit quieter, doesn't really look any less windy, but we're going to have a little look around and see what we can see. Windy here, but there is no one here at the moment, which is cool. There's a nice little swing down there. We can get to the river for fishing, so we'll give it a go and see how we go. Just having a little look around at the moment, see if there's a nice sight. There was one down on the river just here, so we might move from where we are because the dust is sort of blowing straight down the road. I'm sure you got the wind in the mic at the moment, so you probably can't hear me very well, but we might try and back it in down to this little site. It's a little bit closer to the water, and it's down at water level as well, which might be nice. So this is our site at the moment. Which was pretty nice, but I think this will be nicer just down on down the hill there. Give it a go, have a look. Look at that. Beautiful, right on the water. No one else anywhere. We're just, the road's just here, but apart from that, it's amazing. It's beautiful. Obviously, like I said, it's a little bit windy today. Unfortunately, it's a little bit windy, but we've sort of positioned the caravan down on a site close to the river, behind the reeds and everything, and near the trees. So we're pretty cozy in here, I think. Right on the water, we've got our little fire pit there as well. Got a little bit of magic to get the caravan nice and even. You can see the caravan's on stilts, all set up and nice. I'm pretty happy that we're so close to the water. That was probably one of our main wants for coming down this way, but we're here for a couple of nights, all set up nicely, nice and even, and the next 5 nights after that, or 6 nights, I can't remember off the top of my head, but we'll be at Big 4 at Renmark. So yeah, we're excited to get down to Big 4, but we're going to try and enjoy this. We're going to do a chicken on the spit tomorrow night. I'm not sure what we're doing for dinner tonight, but we'll get all the rods set up and we'll throw some rods in and do some fishing and have a couple of drinks and play some music and enjoy it. It's turned out quite nice. We're prepared to do a bit of driving around today to see what sites we could get or where we could get it. So this is only the second site we tried, so we're pretty happy with that. First one wasn't too bad, there was just people everywhere, but mysteriously this one's completely empty, so They're happy with that. The last people that left right before we got here were nice enough to leave us some wood as well. There's some wood, we got some kindling, we've got a nice fire pit as well. All the hard work's done, eh? I'm going to try and get Kiana's rod set up with a bit of a hook on there and a sinker. It's pretty windy, so she's going to get blowed down the river a fair bit. I mean, we're only catching carp, nothing special. I'm actually pretty low on my hooks and sinkers, so we're going to need to stop in at Renmark and try and pick something up. So I'm just going to use what I've got in the tackle box for now and try sort something out that's going to do her for now. Throw a couple pieces on this one, just try something a bit different. We'll give it a little cast out. Oh, nice cast. Good cast, man. I reckon that's right where the fish are.
Yeah, that's actually good.
That's a good one. Worked out really well tonight. Got a beautiful spot right down on the water there. It's actually really nice. Got the fire going, got the rods in. Also got some spaghetti bolognese and some garlic bread cooking. So we're gonna have a beautiful dinner right by the river. It's beautiful sunset tonight as well. It's gonna be magical. Well, I'm not having much luck with the fishing at the moment, so we've got a stabilizer leg that was damaged on our last trip. So I'm just going to do a little bit of repair work on it. I'll show you what broke and I'll show you how we're going to fix it. It's a Alco Bigfoot stabilizer leg, but I'd assume they're all pretty much the same, but this particular one is an Alco brand. And I'll show you the part number of the part that broke and how to fix it. Basically, it's fairly straightforward from what I can see, so it should be fairly easy. So this is the leg here. Obviously it attaches to the caravan up here. You can see just attaches up on here, slots in there. There's actually little red covers that clip onto the sides. Red covers that sit in there. And basically, when you pull this out, lets the leg fold down, and you've got the winder here. Just wind the leg up and down. You can see there's a spline in here, where basically there's a cog that sits on here, and engages with that one there. And when you wind the shaft, it winds that cog onto that cog, and then down here pushes the leg out and sits out on the ground. What happens if you use a rattle gun or if you wind it up too much, this happens. Basically it's just split the gear. They are metal gears, but yeah, too much pressure on them. They're not designed to hold the caravan up or anything like that. But we were always pretty careful, wind it up by hand. This gear did break, and this one broke because we were on a pretty massive angle. and we were sort of winding them, 4 of them up bit by bit. All 4 of them were getting wound up bit by bit around the caravan. You know, we'd start this side, this side, this side, go back, forward, and then try and help it with the other 2, and then up more, and then wind these down. And we cranked this front one up just a little bit more, and it just split the gear. So it's easy to do. I think it's pretty common. But the Alco gear part number is 654860. And that's the cog to suit the Alco Bigfoot stabilizer leg. We got out some SA trailer parts to the SA dealer. They were good to deal with. They looked it up for us. We actually got 2. You know, we got a second one just in case, so we didn't have to order it again. We got them express posted as well, and they sent it out fairly quick. So what we're going to do, we're going to set the camera down into the tripod, and I'll crack this gear out, the replacement gear. Basically, what we got to do is in here, you can see the split pin. We'll pull that split pin out, slide the new gear on, put that split pin back through, push it back in, and we should be good to go. I don't have any grease with me, but I'm going to put some grease on it once we get to our next stop, and we can stop at the shop. Cool, all done. That was pretty straightforward. Taking them off is just the 2 bolts at the back, and it slots out. Once you got that split pin out of there, the new gear just slides in, and it's all pretty straightforward from there. So now we've got 4 working stabilizer legs again. So tonight we're going to have a nice big chicken roll on a spit. We're going to set up the fire pit. We're going to get some coals going as well. We've got some nice heat beads over there. I've got the spit and everything, the 12 volt spit. What I'll do is I'll set the camera down and I'll get everything ready. Actually, I'll go inside and show you what we got inside as well, the chicken. This is our chicken boneless roast. This one's just from Drake's, nothing special. We're going to set that on the skewer in a sec and see if we can get the prongs to hold it nice and steady on the skewer. So the sun's going down now. We just had a beautiful sunset in the background. We went live on Instagram as well. Chicken is almost done, I reckon. It's been on for about an hour and 15 minutes. And it's looking pretty good. Have a look at that. Those coals are working a treat. So we're going to get the temperature probe out in just a sec, and we'll check what the temperature is doing on the inside of the chicken, just so we can make sure it's all nice and cooked all the way through. It should be good. I don't reckon it's going to be far off. We'll get that probe in there and have a look. So this little temperature probe we've got, we can flick it on. I'm not sure if you can see that in the video, but it's got all the different meat selections down the side. Go down to chicken, and we want well done chicken. So we are trying to get it to 75 degrees. And I'll flick this off. We'll give it a so it's saying we're spot on. It's pretty good timing. We'll give it another poke over here. 76, 76, looking pretty good. I reckon we're about done. Tell me what you think of the chicken. We're all packed up here at Lowbank. We've just cleaned up the site, made everything as neat as possible, got rid of some of the other people's rubbish as well that was left here before we got here. Van's all packed up, car's all ready to go. We're going to start the car, warm the car up in a minute, and we're going to head into Renmark. And we did some online shopping last night. We're going to scoop that up on the way through to the Big Four in Renmark and enjoy ourselves and set up. The weather's looking a little bit nicer now as well, which is great. So we're pretty excited to see what's to come of this week. It should be good. Lowbank and heading off. We're going to be going past the shops and then on to Big Four. Lowbank was a nice little spot to camp. It's free camp. There's a few sites all spotted along the river there as well. There's also a boat ramp just down back there as well with a large car park. Nice little spot. Never been here before. I'm glad we came past and tried it. It was good. Made it to Renmark. So we've just stopped in at the dump point. There's a dump point just out of town. Then we're gonna head to the shops, and then we're gonna go check in at the Renmark Big 4. Riverland's a beautiful place. On the way in, the main entrance into Renmark is just lined with orange trees and grapevines and tons of different fruits. So yeah, it's a beautiful place, known very well for all its oranges. We did pass a big orange on the way in as well. I didn't have time to get the camera out, unfortunately. But yeah, there's a ton of beautiful stuff up here, and we're pretty excited to spend a week up here exploring around. We've been here a couple of times before, but yeah, it's got some nice weather this week, and I think we're going to enjoy ourselves. It should be good.